You cannot be normal and achieve extraordinary results. I want you to pray this prayer that, Father, don't let me be normal. Follow, thou shalt conceive and be with a son, and no razor shall come upon his head, for he shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel from the hands of the Philistines. Judges chapter 13 verse 5. Now let's fast forward to Judges chapter 16 verse 16 to 17. And it came to pass that after she pressed him daily with her words and urged him that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all that was in his heart. And he said to her, no razor has come upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from the womb. If I be shaven, I shall be weak and be like any other man. When we listen to the story of Samson, the first thing that comes to our mind is that after he was shaven, he became weak. But then we forget what he said. He said, I shall be weak like any other man, which means I will become normal. I will become a normal human being. He was consecrated from birth for God to use him mightily. But then if his consecration fails, which is his head. Now the question there is, what is wrong with shaving the hair? It is modest to shave your hair. Then what is wrong with him shaving his own? In fact, the whole thing is going to be very uncomfortable. It is not a sin, but that was his consecration. And if he fails to keep to that consecration, it makes him weak. Not only weak, let's take note, it makes him normal. It makes him a normal human being. It makes him like every other person. It makes him a normal human being. I was listening to Pastor Lawrence Oyo the other day, and he was telling his congregation that you cannot be normal and achieve extraordinary results. I want you to pray this prayer that, Father, don't let me be normal. Lord, I want to swallow my generation. How can I swallow this generation if I am normal? If I am like every other man? If I just come here to live, stay every day, eat, drive that car, give birth to children and just go? I don't want that, Lord. I don't want to be normal. How can I be normal? I don't want to be normal. I want to be consecrated. I want to be consecrated. I want to be consecrated for you. I want to live for you, Jehovah Nissi. Don't let me be normal. I don't want to be normal. If you are normal, you will achieve normal results. You go to school, you get good grades, you get a job. Look at all those people who have achieved extraordinary results in their generation. Look at them. Are they normal? Do they behave normally? These are people who have gone through depression, who have gone through these scenarios that shall swallow them up. But for the fact that they are consecrated, they are not normal. You can't be consecrated and be normal. If you want to be normal, forget about consecration. You can't be consecrated and be normal. Look at the life of Jesus. Just look at the life of Jesus. When he finished ministering to people, to the congregation, what does he do? He retracts himself. He goes to the mountain and he begins to talk to God. He begins to pray and pray and pray. Sometimes he even pray from the night to the next morning. Even the time that he walked on the sea, he came around 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, which means from the previous day he has been praying, and that is why he had the power to walk on water. But look at Samson. When he finishes doing exploits for God, where does he go? To the house of a harlot. I want you to see that contrast. One goes back to his source. Samson undermined his source and that is why his glory was cut short. You do not let anybody deceive you. Sexual sin is a diminished. I was listening to Pastor Adeboye the other day. He was talking about one time that a pastor was accused of rape. He said whether the pastor did something, no doubt, but whether he did it forcefully, no. That his people usually ask him that, Pastor, are you scared of women with all this anointing? And he said, anointing does not turn your body to stone. No. That he usually tells his children that when the devil comes against you, wake up. Fire him, and the devil leaves you. But when you see that girl smiling at you in one kind koi way, run. The remedy for every sin in the Bible is to overpower it, to live above it. That is one mistake that children of God usually make. They think they can outsmart the devil. No, you can't outsmart him. I will still talk about outsmarting the devil. You can't outsmart the devil. You can only overpower him. So the remedy for every sin is overpowering it. But when it came to fornication, what did Paul say? Flee fornication. According to Bible scholars, Bathsheba is the granddaughter to one of David's friends or soldiers, but a contemporary of David whom David worked with. Bathsheba is his granddaughter, to show you the age difference. Now, the first time when Bathsheba was brought before David, Bathsheba fell on her face and said, I am your servant, O king. But after the deed was done, when she came back, what did she say to him? I am pregnant, oh David. She called him by his name. If you want to be consecrated, if you want to achieve great results in your time, if you want to be a great person, if you want to swallow your word, if you want to swallow your generation, I advise you flee fornication.